Actually, you know what? I changed my mind. I'm probably not gonna buy this for your mom, unless she is like super into running GPU intensive applications on her Apple mobile device, because this is the iPad Pro with M5. See? And it is largely the same, hardware-wise, on the exterior anyway, as the previous iPad Pro model, the iPad Pro M4. Once again, this is the M5. Before I look at the exterior of that iPad though, and talk about how it's largely the same as the previous generation, what's in the box? Let's find out. What's in the box? Ooh, we got a cleaning cloth. I don't remember, is this standard now? It's been actually a while since I unboxed an iPad Pro anyway, because Linus has been doing those. So that's nice. I can use that instead of my sweater, which I will absolutely forget to do and use my sweater instead. We got iPad Pro, iPad Pro, iPad Pro. Don't forget, it's the iPad Pro. And instructions on how to use that cloth that I just so callously discarded. Oh, don't get it wet, that's the main thing. And also don't get the iPad Pro wet, because apparently iPads don't have IP ratings for water and dust resistance, so just be careful. And then we got warranty and various, like they make the text so small because they're like, you don't have to read this. We got the USB-C cable, which is a nice sleeved cable. That's about 3.5 feet, I'll call it. Maybe 4. Someone's watching the video, they're like, is it 3.5 or 4? I need to know. And it does come with a 20-watt power adapter. This will not get you the max fast charging benefits that the new iPad has, but they're including it, even if it is white and not space black like the iPad. This annoys me. I don't know why it annoys me. Apple, you're one of the most valuable companies in the world. Just make a black one. The environment, no. Correct me if I'm wrong, if anything, black would help absorb more UV radiation so that it doesn't hit us. That's science. White reflects light and black absorbs it.
But don't we want to reflect the light so it doesn't heat up anything, so it goes back up into the...
No, we don't want to reflect it because then it bounces around in the atmosphere and warms up the planet.
But I thought like having a bigger ice cap is a good thing, because it reflects so much of the light.
Is that why? Or maybe it'll reflect it and send it back into space. Yeah. But you're using these indoors most of the time. So inside...
That is fair.
I really hope this stays in the video. Okay, that's what's in the box. Let's look at the pad itself. So as I said, the exterior hardware design of the iPad Pro M5 is the exact same as the iPad Pro M4. The M4 version got a design upgrade from the previous gen. This one is just getting the refreshed internals, so I won't spend a ton of time going over the exterior. If you're interested, go look at the iPad Pro M4 video. But briefly, pogo pins on the back for accessories, 12 megapixel camera up here with a LiDAR sensor, and the 12 megapixel true depth camera on the top side, which is on the long side. In case you haven't checked in on iPads in a while, the camera's here now, not there. This was years ago. It's been a while since I unboxed an iPad. On this side, we got the power button and 2 speaker grills. On the opposite side, we have the other 2 speaker grills. All of those speaker grills have speakers in them, unlike the iPad Air, which only has 2 speakers, yet still has the 4 grills as a prank. USB-C port here, which has some improvements, although maybe it's not so much the port itself as what the device is capable of. On this side, nothing except the antenna band. On this side, Apple Pencil Pro, magnetic charging dock, volume buttons. And of course, the display. This is the 13-inch model, and we got the 1 terabyte version, so we had the option of adding the nano texture glass display on top of the Tandem OLED Ultra Retina XDR display. So, no real changes on the outside. We've got the Apple M5 inside, but that's not actually the only interesting upgrade that has been included in this model. So let's turn it on and check that out after this message from our sponsor. Thanks to Saily for sponsoring this video. Hey, if you're in the midst of planning that winter getaway, make sure you remember to stay connected as well. With Saily's eSIM plans, you can get access to data while visiting over 200 destinations all across the globe. Simply download the app, choose an available plan, and hold on to it for dear life until you land. It's gonna be bumpy. Then simply activate it and voila, near instantaneous connection. Isn't technology amazing? Plus, if you ever run into any issues, their 24/7 chat support is there to help. Click our link in the description, scan the QR code on screen, or head over to Saily.com/ShortCircuit to get 15% off a data plan today by using code ShortCircuit at checkout. I don't know if the text is here, but maybe. Are we ready to turn on the most powerful tablet on the planet? Yeah. Who let the goblins in again? Okay, wow. This is actually my first experience with the new iPad OS 26. Oh, don't look. So I haven't really properly experienced the liquid glass phenomenon that everyone was so upset about for a little bit, and now it seems to everyone's just fine with. Oh, see, you see that? It's kind of glassy. Half of you have iPhones, you're probably like, okay, yeah. But it's too bright, isn't it? Isn't it, Andrew? It's too bright for you.
Oh yes, of course.
Yes,
so
I need
a little bit too bright, yeah.
So I'm gonna turn down the brightness a little bit for Andrew, just a little bit. Does that feel better?
Yes, sir.
Did you know that this thing could go up to 1,000 nits normally, and then 1,600 nits in peak brightness? Yeah. Right now he's going, what? Although the labs team noticed something interesting in their brightness test, I'll just tell you about it right up front. When auto brightness is off, they still noticed that the display would get a little bit brighter under an overhead light, as opposed to in darkness. What's up with that, Apple? Apparently this is happening with other devices too, from other manufacturers. It's not right, stop it. Okay, but we didn't come to talk about the brightness that much. Let's talk about the M5, okay? This thing has a 9-core CPU on the 256 gig and 512 gig models, and a 10-core CPU on the 1 terabyte and 2 terabyte models, as well as a 10-core GPU. Now that's all the same as the M4. However, what's different this time around is that there are neural accelerators. Those are new, and they apparently add a lot more AI performance if you're using local AI applications on your iPad. I'm sure some of you are, because otherwise, why do they put so much power into this thing? The other change on the chipset side is that the base models, 256 and 512, have 12 gigabytes of RAM instead of 8 gigabytes. Not that you would know going into the iPad OS settings, because they still don't tell you how much RAM is on an iPad. I don't know why. It's because you're not supposed to worry about that. Okay, that's for Apple to worry about. You just use this beautiful device. You beautiful idiot. Don't worry about it. Tim will take care of you and your mom. For the 1 terabyte and 2 terabyte models though, you're getting 16 gigs of RAM, which is the same as M4. However, it's faster. It's 153 gigabytes per second instead of 120. The upgrades don't stop. Well, they do stop at the physical hardware. But another major upgrade you're getting is going from Bluetooth 5.3 to Bluetooth 6 and Wi-Fi 6E to Wi-Fi 7. So what does that new internal hardware mean in terms of performance? Well, our labs team did their testing magic and we have results. We get results. So in Geekbench, the labs team found an 11% increase over the M4 in single core and 10% increase in multi-core. That guy loves multi-core. But the M5's GPU got a 19% boost in 3D Mark Steel Nomad Lite. And in the 3D Mark Wildlife Extreme Stress Test, we got a 13% average boost over the M4, although there were better and worse runs. You know, everyone has different, it just felt different on some days. I'm having a good day, by the way. I just wanted to say this is weird for me to run. I've never actually played a benchmark. Wow, what are those? I've never actually played a benchmark like this on an iPad before. And it's weird because I'm remembering my old PC benchmarking days at NCIX, and you played a benchmark like this and all the fans in the building would actually spin up. It was just trying so hard. But this is like, it's just a reminder that the Apple Silicon chips in general are they're just amazing. I mean, say what you will about Apple, okay? I make fun of them a lot, but this thing is thin as hell. The previous one was too. But like, it's kind of crazy that we have devices that are this thin. The whole like computing, a single slab of glass that does all your computing. You could argue we're there. Okay, back to the tablet. Now, another truly notable change in the iPad Pro M5 versus the previous gen is the battery. It's actually the exact same capacity, but it can both charge faster and last longer. What? In lab's battery test, this thing lasted an hour and 15 minutes longer than the M4 version. 15 hours and 46 minutes to be exact, which is a long time to use an iPad. I mean, maybe you're using it while you're walking around outside. Maybe you're Pokemon going all over the place. I'm gonna Pokemon Go all over the place. Still a popular game. And this thing was able to charge its 10,290 milliamp hour battery in 2 hours and 7 minutes, which is 20 minutes faster than the M4 version did, using the lab's standard 45 watt charger test. Now, as I said before, this thing comes with a 20 watt charger in the box, so you can expect it to take longer to charge using that adapter. However, if you're fine with just a 50% charge, Apple says that with their official, amazingly named, I need to look at the title, 40 watt dynamic power adapter with 60 watts max power adapter, you could get to 50% in 30 to 35 minutes. And in our test with our 45 watt charger, it has a less cool name, we still got to 50% in 37 minutes. So Apple didn't lie, just a little bit, 2 minutes of a lie. Okay, let's use the iPad for what God intended it for and play Crab Rave so we can check out the visuals and the speakers. Wow, look at that. I mean, I guess I can kind of see whether, what? You can't zoom in the, it's an iOS app thing. There's still, I'll just say this. Apple, just get your head out of your ass. Like, why we can zoom on YouTube on Windows and Android. I mean, maybe that's Google. It could be Google. Google, get your head out of your ass too. Everyone just get heads out of asses generally. Okay, Crab Rave. As is usually the case with iPads, the speakers are great, especially on the iPad Pro, but they're even usually great on the iPad Air. As much as I criticize Apple, there's a fit and finish on these devices that is just not there on anything else. And thank you for making Crab Rave a transcendent experience every time. Oh, we didn't test the camera. Whoa, as usual, this is always a bit of a crazy experience. Like this is nausea inducing a little bit. Not for me, for you.
Oh, look at this.
What kind of pic is he taking?
Selfie.
That's a photo. I mean, even the dinky little iPad cameras are taking pretty nice photos these days. And here's video. You're never going to be taking video like this. Ever. Show up with the most powerful tablet on the planet to record obnoxious video at your friend's wedding. Oh, that's cute. What about the selfie camera? Damn. So that was a bit of a fake reaction, but it was also real. Like, I think, again, Apple, you know how to do it. It's also maybe just because it's a nice camera. So despite the kind of deceptively hidden internal hardware upgrade here, Apple is keeping the prices for all of the storage tiers the exact same as the previous generation, starting at $1,300 for the 256 gig version and going up to $2,300 for the 2 terabyte version. And you can add the nano texture glass for another $100 on the 1 terabyte and 2 terabyte if you so desire. That's a lot of money for a tablet. But I didn't even talk about, the new windowing features that they have, because they've announced those a while ago. I almost want to do a whole nother video on that, because this could be I feel like we're at the point where this could be your computer. I just want to try that out and prove it. I just want to prove it. So there you have it, guys. The iPad Pro M5. It is sleek. It is powerful. It looks the exact same as the previous generation. And if you have an M4 version of the iPad Pro, please do not. Why? I mean, you can sell it and buy it if you want to. It's just extra work. The point is, this is the new flagship of tablets, not just Apple's tablets. The M5 and Apple Silicon in general. I won't use my sweater. Don't use a sweater. Continues to impress, and I'll always love Tim Cook for that. It's the best tablet. I don't know what you want me to say. Subscribe to ShortCircuit. Watch the previous one of this.